Hi everyone, this is your sunshine Yuri Tachibana, and today we just got some news and an update regarding VTuber Amaris Yuri, also known as Yuri. Now, if this name sounds familiar to you, and if you clicked on this video, you're here to know what's happened since she announced her sudden comeback last month. On October 22nd, 2025, if you didn't know, she said this out of nowhere, giving vague update, I will be soft re-debuting at an undetermined date, so I hope that clears some initial confusion on whether or not you could consider me back. Please know, I always intended on returning, but only once I've handled things carefully and correctly. I just need time, please give me your patience. I am just so happy to talk to you guys again. I miss calling you my hostages. I will return to silly posting until I am ready. Now, of course, this comes I think 2 or 3 years after what happened with her when she was signed to Face Connect. She had a different design, she was going by Yuri, and all of a sudden, word got out that she apparently breached her contract, and this letter came out about her termination from the company. Thank you for all your support towards Face Connect. The Yuri is with aching hearts that we must announce the termination of contract with our talent Yuri. We take contractual matters very seriously. They go on about how she apparently breached her contract and all that stuff. There was rumors that, there was here in the comments, right? Like right here. There was rumors that she was going around just violating her contracts, and it was a bit of drama back then. There was some responses from Panko and Lumi about the whole thing, upset about the hatred that Face was getting because of it. They was worried that, this is going to be, a corporal that would go down sooner than later. But that was 2023, and she's since announced her re-debut, and just this week, actually today, she just revealed her Q&A about what is going to happen and what did happen. As of now, as you can see, coming 2026, so she's planning to come back next year, most likely with a new model. So let's see what's gonna go down here. Let's read her Q&A, just addressing, the elephant in the room, what's going to happen. So here's what happened. Here's the first question. Why are you sharing this Q&A? I want to address some common questions I received, and I want to do so directly and clearly so that everyone has accurate information from me personally. This is simply about clarity, respect, and moving forward in honest footing. Please don't mistake this as anything else. Second question. Wait, I thought Yuri was gone. How are you back? I created the character Amaris Yuri in 2021. I am the legal rights owner. I always intended to come back. Now here I am. I'm sorry it took this long. Thank you for waiting. But now, here we go with the third question, and it's probably the most juiciest one of all. Why did your relationship with Face Connect end? Sometimes companies and talent frame departures differently and have different beliefs about why things ended. My talent contract naturally expired at the end of its term, and therefore my relationship with Face came to a natural close. I genuinely wish Face all the best, and I am super excited to continue with Amaris Yuri as an independent. The fourth question is just as juicy. Are the rumors about you true? I have heard some rumors that I stole money and doxed people. There we go. There was some rumors that she, doxed people and stole money, which is really, really big accusations to make towards someone. Floating around the internet. Let me set the record straight. These rumors are false. I never stole from or doxed anyone. So there we go, guys. She's coming out saying that her contract expired rather than them terminating them. So it's very interesting to see two sides of the story now coming around. It's like we heard from the Face management side of things. Now we're hearing from the girl herself. It's interesting to see whether or not you agree with Face or you agree with Yuri. What's important is that she's independent now and she's going to go about her own way. They've gone their separate ways. So let's leave it at that. Let's continue with the Q&A though. What about the PC? The PC fund included both my regular earnings and the amazing support from my community. For anyone who wasn't there or might misremember, it wasn't a donathon, just a personal goal I worked towards over time because my old setup couldn't handle modern games. Face received their contractual share of revenue, and I personally purchased, assembled, and shared the build process on Twitter at the time. I streamed with it during my time at Face and still use it now. So she's using the same computer that she used while she was in Face Connect, which is interesting to think about. And there was a whole secret donation page rumor that was going about at the time. This is something else I want to address directly since it is brought up a lot online. When making my Stream Elements donation page for my new identity, I failed to change a PayPal message that pops up when you send a donation, despite already changing the email itself on the account. The message showed my previous PayPal email, which includes Yuri Amaris in the email. I want to clarify that I recycled my previous PayPal business account that I used for Yuri for verification and tax simplicity. Having this PayPal account under the name Yuri does not mean that I was using it for improper reasons. Both the email and PayPal accounts were operated by me since I became Yuri, and it was necessary for commissioning anything, pay for anything, and also for getting paid for my contract to work. I paid for all my skeps with that PayPal, for example, as well as my Amaris Yuri outfit and the re-rig of the original model. I want to remind everyone that all my earnings under any company were processed through the company first before it is paid out to me. I cannot touch earnings before the revenue was split. It is also important to note that a Stream Elements account requires signing up with a platform like Twitch or YouTube. Therefore, my Stream Elements account did not exist until I made the Twitch account for my new identity. Which is that's a mouthful, but let it be known that, you know, she didn't screw anyone in the process. At least that's from her point of view. What about for Yuri? Which is, of course, this design right here. This is the second design. For clarification, this is the first design that she debuted with when she was an independent and when she was in CyberLife, I believe. Right? And that was the model that she debuted with, and then that was the second model before she got terminated. So, for Yuri was a separate design that, you know, Face Connect gave her, and that, you know, they own the rights to this design right here. Now, for the last couple of questions, why did it take so long for you to come back? I wanted to make sure I handled everything carefully and correctly before relaunching. It was important to me to relaunch in a way that respected everyone involved and cleared up any confusion. Everything has been reviewed and handled properly, and I'm now able to return with full peace of mind. So what does this mean for the future? It means Amaris Yuri is officially back, and this time I get to build her fully as my own. I plan to use my channel mainly for ASMR content, both pre-recorded and live, as well as some Satsu style content. This Q&A is the last time I intend to talk about the past. So yeah, so she's clarifying right here and then and now that this is her final word of so, you know, you already know what I read. What about your other identity? Not going anywhere. A lot has changed over the last few years, and that identity has been built with my blood, sweat, and many, many tears. I faced much adversity in her development and overcome great mental challenges with her, as well as learning to truly come out of my shell. I will work hard as that identity, while also being Yuri in a way that brings smiles and joy to the hostages who have been waiting so long to hear from me again. Finally, I'd like to thank everyone who has cheered me on over the years through my ups and downs. If it weren't for you, I'm not sure I'd be here today. So please know I'm internally grateful to you. You have helped bring me peace and joy, and I am excited to tell you guys where I have been and look forward to what's next. So in a nutshell, that's that. Please go follow Amaris Yuri on Twitter and on her YouTube. Her YouTube is officially back, and like her old content from before Face Connect took it over is still up. You can listen to her old coverage. You can listen to her ASMR. She's clearly definitely on her way back. I wish her good luck on her re-debut. I can't wait to see what she brings next year. So with that said, this is your sunshine, Yui Tachibana, sunsetting for the day.